Yeah. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Now, what y'all wanna do? Wanna be ballers?
How y'all doing today? My name is Tavon. I'm gonna be your host on today's show, Word on the Street. I'm here with my two guests, Trevor and Marquise. How y'all doing today?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How you doing? Can't reach all the way over there, brother. How you doing? All right, so the first thing we're gonna get into, man, tell me a little bit about yourself. I know you're a comic, comedian, so.
Oh yeah. I'm a local comedian. I tell jokes. I make funny videos. I do everything.
Right.
Trevor need a snack on Instagram. Go follow.
Yeah.
I'll follow back. I'm not famous yet, so I ain't gonna do too much. I ain't gonna act light skinned.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just it's like a learning process. It's like comedy is extremely hard. It's like I thought science and being a doctor is extremely hard, but
comedy
is extremely difficult.
All right. Now I agree because you got to make sure people think you're funny. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the biggest thing.
And it's like you gotta be like, you gotta figure out what they thinking.
Right.
And you gotta show them videos and get feedback to make yourself better.
Right. Nah, that's what's up, bro.
It's crazy.
And Marquise, you're a singer.
Yes.
So tell us about that. What kind of singer are you? Because you're not just a,
Yes, I am a gospel contemporary artist.
God bless you.
Yeah, so I started singing about 6 years ago.
Okay.
And I just love it. I fell in love with it, and this is something that I do all the time.
Right.
9 to 10 hours a day.
9 to 10 hours a day?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. That's what's up. What made you get into being a gospel singer? Did you grow up in the church or?
I'm glad you asked. What made me get into singing was I went to a service at church, and the choirs they was just amazing. It just blew me away. And I was just so interested in like how you put so many different harmonies and things together. And so I one time went to their rehearsal, and when I went into their rehearsal, that's when I discovered that I actually couldn't sing.
Right.
And so being in the midst of the choir and working closely with different vocalists that are there, overtraining over the years, I just fell in love with it. And so that's was kind of like the intro and the call right there when I had that experience with the choir.
Right, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. So now, who are some of your favorite comedians, Trevor? If you could name favorite comedians, favorite comedy movies.
Okay, so we talking local too?
It could be local or famous. Anyway.
I would say starting off, I'd say Fat Boy SSE.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
I would also say A-Pap. You ever heard of him?
Yeah, I know who he is.
I would also say it's another guy local. His name Jarvis.
Jarvis, I don't know who Jarvis is.
And I would say Kevin Hart, because I laugh at everything he do. So who else? Cat Williams.
Yeah, he's hilarious too.
And one last person, I would say Dick Gregory. Rest in peace.
Okay.
But yeah, that's some of my role models.
Yeah.
So
that's what's up.
I use their energy and feedback.
Right.
And it's just like I try to throw myself in a different wave and do something that they didn't do.
Right.
So it's like, it's
yeah,
great.
I agree. Like my favorite comedians of all time myself is like guys like Martin Lawrence. You know what I mean? Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams. You know the OGs, the real.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people like now that are getting publicity on social media and stuff like that. A lot of people get famous off doing dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not even funny, but just because you're doing dumb stuff, you getting famous off of it.
Honestly, I be working
crazy.
hard, mad hard. Like
Right.
I mean, like 200 videos, but then like two months, right? So I be working, editing, everything. Then somebody come out the corner and throw some juice on somebody, and they got 13 followers.
Or
off
like
the bat.
what's this idiot's name? Bonk Gang.
Bonk Gang.
Bonk, you know what I'm talking about? With the tattoos all over. Come on, bro. What's
I know
that?
you're talking about.
If he getting money, I could get money for you know what I mean? I could get $1 million off of something, but.
And it's crazy. And they call themselves comedians. That's
right.
crazy.
And it's not comedy.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what you're doing. It's just craziness. That's it.
Nah, it is. I agree. So do you plan on being, on that big platform one day, like a Cat Williams and like a Martin Lawrence?
Yeah, so right now I'm just building my resume.
And everything,
I'm
that's
just
what's up.
taking it at a time. Because I don't want to make a video and then have it pop and then I have nothing else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to have something for people to look over at.
Okay, yeah, because we have something in common. Because when I'm done, you know, right now, like I said, I'm a basketball player, you know, in school. But when I'm done doing that and I'm done playing overseas, I want to get into, you know, the entertainment business and be an actor and comedian myself. So I'm gonna definitely see you at the top.
Oh yeah, definitely,
you know
bro.
What I'm saying? We're gonna link up and do something.
You say you be balling.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? I do, you know, a little
Can
Chris
you,
Paul.
Can you teach me something? You know
yeah,
what I'm
I got
saying?
you.
We gotta hit the court.
Yeah, I got you.
They call me Steph.
Steph?
Yeah.
Right, we gonna see on that. We gonna see. We gonna see. I got you for sure. Now, Marquise, back to you. Any, you know, gospel artists that you really look up to, like the Kirk Franklins or, you know, the Mary Marys, any of those?
Chance the Rapper.
Chance the Rapper. Because he is. I would consider him a,
I love music,
right.
So I kind of don't just box myself to the gospel industry.
Okay.
I would say first, my #1 artist is Fantasia.
Fantasia.
Now the reason why I say her is because one thing about Fantasia and any type of genre that she sings, she knows how to create a moment at any moment, at a moment's notice.
Okay.
And so I really am inspired by that, and I feel as though as an artist, you know, Beyonce does the same thing, Michael Jackson was good at the same thing as well, is, you know, if they had a great day with some, you know, their spouse or whatever the case may be, and had to go into the studio or go on stage talking about, you know, they had a breakup or whatever the case may be, taking the audience to that emotional driven arena is so inspiring, you know? And so I think that's so powerful. So as far as like artists, in the gospel industry, I look up to Ty Tribbett.
Okay. That's the one with the dreads, right?
Yeah.
I know you're talking about.
Because I like how he puts his all into his craft, from his musicality to his songwriting to his stage presence. It's just incredible to see that somebody who's very passionate about something, they not only work on the stage, but they also work behind the scenes to make sure that the stage presence is being presented in a professional way. And I so appreciate that.
Yeah. I agree. I also like with you know, a lot of the new gospel artists, how they put a little more, you know, rhythm and the, you know, more of the modern style beats in the music, because, you know, like a lot of times back in the days, a lot of the gospel music was kind of sad, you know, sounding sometimes. So now it's a little more upbeat, you know, and I like that as well. Now, you know, of course, a lot of people think they could sing. You know, I got a few tunes. I ain't gonna go on camera and do it, but is singing something everybody could do, or do you have to work hard at it? Like, how did you realize, like, yeah, I could sing?
So, singing is, I believe that everybody has the ability to sing if they choose to. However, everyone does not have the capability of doing different things with their voices. But if you work hard at it, I believe that you can work to it. Singing your voice is a muscle. And so if you train your voice, and you train that muscle to do what it needs to do, you can do it. For example, like everybody speaks, you know, and so when you speak, like I'm speaking now, I'm speaking in a certain key, in a musical register, and so if I sustain the note that I am talking in right now, essentially I am singing. So that's why I say everyone can sing.
No, you're right. I didn't think of it like that. You're right though. Now that I'm thinking,
So
I got a few tunes.
One last thing, like what defines Christian rap? So like, if someone uses cuss words, is that still Christian?
That's a good question.
That is. You on your toes. That was a good one.
So what defines Christian rap, if you were to say, I believe it would be something that is like inspiring and something that is kind of uplifting someone out of a place of, I guess, discouragement
and darkness,
or darkness, you know. So I will always question, whenever I do something, I always ask the why. So if I had to use profanity, why? What value does that bring to someone's life? You know? And so then I will ask, okay, is that a part of the Christian rap? Because if your why is, you know, I'm saying this because most curse words are used in a, you know, a devaluing way, or sometimes it could be used as in, like, you know, a substitute of a word that you can find other to use, right? So in that sense of, is this, you know, how do we define Christian rap? I would say something that is inspiring people to become better people, and with their lyrics and with their words, like Chance the Rapper, you know, how he can use his words to kind of brighten people up.
I agree. Now, this question is for both of you guys. Where do you guys see yourself in the next 2 to 5 years?
Oh, man. Oh, I see myself hosting something similar to Wildin' Out.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm going to be on stage doing stand-up, because that's my next step is stand-up. And I'm trying to get my material together, but it's just, you don't know what people going to laugh at. So.
Right. And you know what? A key with that, I feel like, is just to, just be yourself. You know what I mean? Just go up there and just do you. Like, don't try to be all proper. Don't try to be all this. Just loosen up. Like, all the great comedians, they all were just themselves. Back to the Richard Pryors and, like I said, Martin Lawrence and all that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's the big key.
And do you like sometimes need a mentor?
A mentor?
Yeah.
Me personally, not really, because when I'm just a goofy person, period. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm around all my friends and stuff, we just always crack up all day, every day. So that's just how we are. You know what I'm saying? We all funny, cracking jokes. So, I feel like once I get into that field, it's just gonna be natural for me. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna definitely see you at the top, though. We're gonna do something together.
We gotta do something, man.
Oh, yeah.
For me, between 2 to 5 years, I am currently working on a project that I feel as though is needed in this world. I believe there's a lot of talented artists out here, a lot of talented musicians, but I believe that we lack the place where we can bring those creative ideas together. And so what I'm doing now is I'm creating a space, almost like a musician recreational center, that will allow musicians from all genres or artists from all genres to come together in this one rec center, almost like a basketball gym. They come together. We have studios, we have concert halls, we have rooms that have different history about the genres, like a jazz room, a pop room, where they can literally come and practice their gifts. We have so many football fields, so many basketball fields, and that's great for those people that are basketball players and soccer players, but what about for the musicians, right? So I want to create this place where we can come together and exercise our gift as well.
Nah, you're right. That's something smart to get into, because it is a lot of talent, like you said, but it's people slept on. You know what I mean? People overlook, especially the DMV and music, period. Even hip hop. We only got a couple that made it out. You know what I'm saying? And Wale, he not even from DC, he from Maryland.
You're right.
And he don't even claim where he from. He talking about he from DC. But that's another story though. But so let me ask y'all, who's your hero and why? You can name somebody that's your hero, somebody that inspires you, look up to in the entertainment business, you know what I'm saying, as a comic and as a gospel singer. Who would you say?
I would say it would sound retarded, but I would say just everyone.
Everyone?
Yeah, because I take from everybody.
Right.
And I try to put it into myself.
Right.
So that's
I feel that.
Who's my hero? I would say Christ is my hero because
Amen. That's a good dude right there.
I'm from a religious background, so I really study and understand who Christ is, and to know that there's somebody who would lay down their life for me so that I can live my dreams, I'm so grateful about that. So that's who my hero is.
Okay. I agree. I agree. Now, what's your favorite comedian movie?
Oh man, it got to be
there's a lot of them out there. Menace to Society?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a classic. That's a classic. See, I would love to play in a movie like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That'd just be natural. Just you just walking around the neighborhood, just you know what I'm saying, just doing
Just
regular
showing,
stuff.
embracing the hood,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
Embracing
At the
it.
same
Exactly. All them Star Wars, nah, I ain't getting down with that. That's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
For the right price, maybe, but nah, not that.
Right price.
Yeah. So, do you watch the gospel awards and everything like that?
I
Come
do.
on. You really get into that?
I do. As an artist, I always look at what is there now and what is being presented and what's missing.
Right.
And that gap that's missing, that's where I feel like I found my sound to kind of fill in that gap.
Right.
You know, of what's missing in gospel music and what's missing on presentation levels.
Right.
And so I was actually honored to be a part of one of the award shows. I've won 2 awards. I was nominated in 5 categories for the Rhythm of Gospel Awards, and I won 2 of those awards, Song of the Year and Best Performance by Male Artist.
That's what's
so
up.
I was kind of like really excited about that and to be in that platform.
Okay, sounds good. Well, nice talking to you guys. It's been a pleasure. We got to wrap it up.
I appreciate that.
Appreciate it. All right, and that's word on the street.
wanna do. Wanna be ballers, shot callers, brawlers, who be dipping in the bins with the spoilers. On the low from the Jake and the Taurus, trying to get my hands on some grants like Horace. Yeah, living the raw deal. 3-course meal, spaghetti, fettuccine, and veal. But still, everything's real in the field. And what you can't have now, leave when you will. But don't knock me for trying to bury 7 zeros over in Rio de Janeiro. Ain't nobody's hero, but I wanna be heard on your hot 9-7 every day. That's my word. Swimming in women with their own condominiums, 5+5s who drive millenniums. It's all about the Benjamins. What? I get a 50-pound bag for the mutts. 5 carats on my hands with the cuts, and something European chromed out with the clutch. What?
Drinking more liquor, driving a broke bigger. I'm with most.